Do you want to be a YouTube content creator? Stay tuned. I'll give you just a few tips on what to expect from YouTube. Pros, cons, money, things like that. Stay tuned. I'll be right back.
Oh, do da day, do da, oh, do da day, lum da do dee, lum da dee da do.
What's up, everybody? Trash Trucker coming at you here. This is just a little video for people who don't really know about YouTube, but just want to check into it. I know a lot of people want to say, hey, I want to make YouTube videos. I want to get rich off YouTube. You see so many people out there making money on YouTube. Well, there are some things you need to know about. First and foremost thing, if you want to make money in YouTube, and it's almost like a full-time job. That is the one thing I will say. It is almost like a full-time job. A lot of people don't realize that. A lot of people will see, oh, this person's only has 1,000 subscribers. This guy over here has 300,000 on TikTok or Snapchat, Instagram. That may be true, but TikTok, Instagram, things like that, Snapchat, they're generally what? 15, 30, 60-second clips. YouTube is more than 15, 30, 60-second clips. There's a lot more involved in a YouTube video as opposed to a Snapchat and a TikTok and Instagram. Now, granted, I will say there are some people who put a lot of time in their TikTok and Snapchat videos and Instagram videos. I will give you one instance right now. Just my personal favorite. I'm going to lie, I'm kind of biased. 806 Driver. I follow 806 Driver out of Texas. He's a tanker driver. Also hauls cotton and things like that during ag season and all. He puts a lot into his TikToks. His Snapchats. He uses drone footage, GoPros on the front, below his truck on the bumper, views on the back when he's running cotton, seeing all he's loading, got him on a front end loader, and he puts all that together. So he actually puts a lot of time. And I will have to say, for the people that I actually watch on Snapchat and Instagram and TikTok, he is one that I would say puts more involved in that as opposed to your average creator on those platforms there. Now, that being said, YouTube, a lot of people there's not that many YouTube content creators because YouTube is a whole different market. YouTube is more involved in your average YouTube video. There's more involved in that. Now, can you make money? Yes. In order to make money on YouTube, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. Not 4,000 minutes, 4,000 hours of watch time. That's a lot. 4,000 hours is a good bit of time to watch. Stay tuned. Let me calculate that and see just what that comes up to. How many minutes a month you actually need to average on that. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I calculated it up. 4,000 hours in a 365 day time. Once you get to 1,000 subscribers, you have to average 333 hours of watch time a month, which comes up to 11.1 hours per day. So you have to have people watching 11 hours of your videos on a 30-day monthly average. You have to have 11 hours of watch time every single day to get your 4,000 hours. So that's how you monetize with YouTube. So a lot of people, that's a lot. And like I say, YouTube is a whole different ballgame. TikTok, 15, 30-second clips. Imagine trying to get 11 hours of watch time per day, 333 hours of watch time per month on 15 and 30-second clips. Now, another thing that you have to have, in order to get those hours, you really need for people to be engaged and have videos that's going to hold someone's attention, which I will be honest, I admit, with my Tourette's and all that, I drone on sometimes, and with the tics and those things, some of my videos are hard to watch, which is why I try to include driving and things like that in the views and stuff instead of just me talking. Because I know, me personally, I'm not going to hold someone's attention that long. That's if you're even still watching the video. So you have to include things that will actually keep people's attention, to keep them engaged in watching your videos. So once you get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, then you can monetize. Okay, now everybody thinks, okay, now monetize, quick, cool, I'm going to make lots of money. Lots of money. Okay, here's another thing. Since I have monetized, I actually got monetized in July of 2021. It is now June 2022. We'll say year-to-date total. I mean, not January, but from the time I monetized, it was like July 4th or 5th when I actually was officially monetized of last year. So it hasn't been quite a year. So we'll say from the time I first monetized up until now, so a year now, I've only made like I think it was like, when I looked at it last, like $1,076. So $1,076 in a year's time is all I have made off YouTube. My monthly average is only around $70, $80 a month average. So, but I've got 2,100 subscribers. So, you know, you do the math and think, you know, well, what's going to do good? Is there a lot of money to be made? There is money to be made. There are YouTube creators. You've got Justin with Just Trucking. You've got Happiness by the Mile. You got Shelby there. You've got Angelica Larson's out of Sweden. I think she is with, you know, 200,000+ subscribers. You've got Riding with Dave. You've got Asian Mai. I can assure you they are making money because of the number of subscribers. Like I say, I average roughly, with 2,000 subscribers, roughly between $70 and $80 a month. I will actually show you what I make right now. Okay, that was just a little screenshot showing you what I've personally made off YouTube so far. So as you can see, it's not that much. And me personally, I do some short videos like I'm doing here with, I'm just using my phone to record. I don't have my camera set up. You know, I have a Canon camera with a DJI wireless mic system now. On this video, I'm not using my other cameras, so this video here is going to be short and simple. But then there's other videos, which now, to be honest, this video may take maybe a half hour to edit and put it all together and compile it and everything else, putting all the clips together. But now, some of my other videos, like the one I released this last Thursday, it was unloading Manistee and going to Qualawash. Now that video has drone footage. It has me talking with my dash cam, which has a rear view mirror, or a rear view camera right here. The dash cam's actually pointing forward that way. A rear view camera here, which goes in the rear windshield, but it faces towards me so I can get footage. Which, if you look at some of my videos, you'll see the driving out the dash cam, and you'll see footage of me. I have a 2-camera dash cam system, does front and rear camera. So you have to pull the footages for those, put them together. Then I actually have a 2 terabyte DVR recorder up behind my CB, up overhead, in the console and all that. Hardwired cameras on my mirror pointing back. I've got them on my satellite dish pointing over the top of the trailer. I've got them on my center panel pointing underneath the trailer. So some of my videos, I pull those footages, but you don't really know what to pull. So, you know, you have to, like I have here, I've got a little boogie board, which it's just a little dry erase board. You push a button and you can dry erase, and you just got a little thing. So, you know, you just, when I'm driving it and I want to, I'm like, okay, let me get this footage right here. You know, I'll write it down. I'll write the time, and, you know, which camera is it, the dash cam camera, or is it, you know, the rear camera, the driver's side, the passenger side, the trailer camera. I'll write that down, and then later on I can hook a mouse up to it, a flash drive up, and then download the footages. So that's time consuming. Then when you have drone, you gotta shoot drone footage. You gotta download the drone footage, download dash cam footage. Then after you do all that, now you've got to use a program to compile all those together. So that video that I released last Thursday on the June 9th, like I say, Manistee, unloading Manistee and going to Qualawash. That video took me 8 hours, over 8 hours, to pull all the footages and then put that together in Adobe Premiere Pro. Because then you're adding music to it, you're adding, you know, clip arts with it, you're adding text to it, you know, you're adding all these clips, and you're having to get clips because the DVR records in 15-minute increments. So now you've got to find these little clips that you want in each 15-minute increment that you've downloaded, clip out that little section, put that in a video, find the next different clip, because, you know, driver's side, one camera, passenger side, one camera, upper over the top of the trailer, that's a camera. So you've got all these cameras that you're having to pull separate footages from each individual camera. Now you're having to track the time frame on each individual, so you got to scan through to find the footage that you want. Then you've got to clip out those sections. There's a lot involved in YouTube videos. And like I say, that video there, I've got over 8 hours just in editing the video, putting it together, which I will show just a screenshot of the Adobe Premiere Pro with how I've got it laid out and all this, and how I'm editing it. Just give you a little example of it. Of course, it's compressed, so you can't see the full makeup of it, but you'll get the gist of the program and what all is involved in it. We'll include that right now. Okay, so as you can see, there's a lot involved in it. Now, some people don't use stuff like that. Some people just use their phone to do things, and that's fine when you're first starting out. I believe Justin just uses his phone and a little mini drone. But, you know, generally you want to try to up your game, up the value to your channel. So, you know, there's a lot of good channels out there that, you know, include different camera views instead of just having a phone in your windshield pointing out, you know, or having a phone point towards you. A lot of people want to try to include more things in the videos to help try to grow a channel. That all costs money. Programs to edit cost money. Like I had Photoshop for, you know, cropping everything else out and having just me for, you know, clip art things, you know, for thumbnails and things like that. For doing green screens and cutting out things behind me for green screens. So, you know, programs like Photoshop and Adobe Premiere Pro, they're like $240 a year per program, yearly renewals. So this year I broke down and actually got the whole entire Adobe suite for $5.99, $600. So right there, you figure I've only made $1,000 on YouTube, but I just spent $600 just on the software for a year. But that's got Adobe After Effects and everything else, which I'm going to try to eventually learn how to use to make more openers and better graphics and things. It's just time consuming, because when you shut down after truckers working a 14-hour day, do you really want to stay up for another 5, 6, 7, 8 hours editing a video? You're tired. You want to get something to eat, sit back on the bed, get something to eat and watch TV and crash. So that's why there's a lot involved in YouTube videos, especially for truck drivers, because you do work long days. Now, people who only work like part-time or who do YouTube full-time, your big YouTube stars will tell you YouTube is a full-time job. And some of them, that is their full-time job. They don't work another job. They do YouTube full-time. Now, to be honest, I may offend some people on this one, but look at Justin with Just Trucking. Now, he's got enough subscribers at like 156,000 subscribers. Now, if you watch his videos start out at home. He's got his son's channel, 3BB. He's got his wife's channel, Just Trucking Wife. My personal opinion, I may be wrong on this one, but he has so much home time and family life included in his channel. I honestly believe that it's going to get to a point. His channel is, I believe it's becoming more of a reality TV channel as opposed to trucking. I think there's more family content than there is trucking. So me personally, I think it's going to eventually get to the point to where it's more of a family life channel, as he's making so much money off his YouTube channel, and the YouTube channel is basically full-time. I think that'll be more full-time than the trucking, because once you start with all the family and you've got the followers with the family style and they're used to seeing the family life, go on, that's what people come to. Reality TV is really big right now. There's a lot of reality shows on MTV, VH1, all these other channels, Lifetime. There's a lot of family reality TV channels of people like that. And I honestly believe that may be where he's going to eventually transition. But reason I say that is because YouTube is a full-time. A lot of people just do YouTube full-time. That is their gig, because there's so much time involved in YouTube that you don't get any sleep if you have a full-time job, and now you're trying to do YouTube full-time too. So that's my honest belief. Like I say, the reason I say it is because YouTube is so much involved in trying to make a YouTube video. Can you make money? Yes. I have heard Justin state, this was like last summer, stating that, in one of his videos, a subscriber asked him, and he did mention that he makes between $20,000 and $40,000 a month off YouTube. $20,000 to $40,000 a month coming in off YouTube. That's a very good living. I will have to say, that's a very good living. That's more than what I make as an owner operator. I mean, I'll be honest, that's way more than what I make as an owner operator, and that's off YouTube videos. So imagine these people who have million subscribers and the views that they get, millions of views off theirs. Now, if you look at my average video, my average videos for me only average 300 to 400 to 500 views per video. Not very big. So that's why I only make about $70 to $80 a month. You can't sustain your family off $70 to $80 a month. That's not even, like I say, that's only $1,000 in a 12-month time that I've made. About $1,100 I've made in a 12-month period. $1,100. I've honestly spent more than that. My drone was $1,800 for the Mavic 2 Pro with the remote control that actually has the touchscreen panel. You don't have to hook it to a phone. It's the whole separate smart controller. That was $1,800. Camera, DJI mic, that was $330 for the DJI wireless mic. So, if you figure all of this and the upgrades and just software, I'm way in the hole off what I've spent for making YouTube videos as opposed to what I've gained from YouTube revenue. So that's the downside. If you want to grow, you need to spend more money to up your game. Generally, Justin's doing it, in my opinion, with just a phone and a little mini drone. He's doing well. I mean, he's been blessed to just skyrocket up there. I mean, hey, can't begrudge a man who's done that. I mean, he's got a good following. Well, what can I say? He's got a good following. Being an owner operator with your own authority, that helps. See, me, I lease with someone. Not that big of a demand for people who lease with someone, but for someone who's wanting to start their own authority, he gives you that perspective. So that's another thing in YouTube. You need to have content that people want to watch. He has content that people want to watch. They love seeing family life because it actually humanizes you. It doesn't make you just a worker bee robot. It shows the human side, you know, to the business. Truckers do have a family. We do have a life. We do have a wife. We have kids. You know, we have wants and needs besides just standing here holding this steering wheel, getting from point A to point B. You know, there are things that we want to do, and trucking is not all we want to spend our life doing, sitting behind this wheel. I'd love to spend more time at home. I just don't have the income to take more time and spend at home with Catherine and them like I would like to. So that is another downside. So, you know, there's a lot of things involved in YouTube. Like I spent that's a cool sign. I actually spent, it was like $179 on Amazon for this sign right here. That is cool. The only negative reviews on that sign were people couldn't figure out how to program it. Luckily, I'm good with electronics and computers. Only took me about a half hour playing around with it to figure it out. And I got that programmed. I've changed it a couple of times, and now I've got that program set to run. So that's a cool extra little addition for my channel. Because if you look at Just Trucking's channel, he always has something in the background saying Just Trucking, or a mug, something, or a hat, something that has his channel on it. You look at Clutch Trucker. Clutch Trucker has a C and a T back there. Something always showing in the background advertising his channel. So I'm like, of course, I always have my shirt. I try to have my shirt on most of the time. I've got like freaking 20 shirts. So no, I'm not always wearing the same shirt every day, but yes, I have about 20 of these. I probably got about 30 black and white shirts. Some with Thor for president. I've got black ones in this one. I've got white ones in this one. So long sleeves, short sleeves. So, but I always try to have something to advertise the channel now. So I thought of that. I'm like, you know, so I give Justin and I give Clutch Trucker, hey, give y'all props because y'all gave me the idea for this sign. And when I saw this, I'm like, now that would be cool. So when I'm doing videos to really help those things. Plus, when I'm sitting at a fuel hour in a truck stop somewhere and people walking by, like somebody said in a comment, yeah, like everybody looks up on people's trucks. Actually, they do. I'll admit, as a trucker, when I'm walking by, if I see something that catches my eye out of the corner of my eye, it's natural instinct to look. So when you see that, and I've had that happen, I've had people like, that's freaking cool. I mean, I've had people walk by and then they'll stop in front of my truck and then they'll just sit there and look and then they'll point and then they're like, so, and I actually have noticed, you know, during those times like that, then I'll look back at my stats and I'll see, you know, I did gain a subscriber later on. So it does help. Little things like that will help promote your channel. Spending, well, we're not even gonna count how much I spent on shirts and the decals on the side of the truck to help promote the channel. You know, on top of that, everything else I've spent for the only $1,000 that I've made in 12 months. So see, there is money involved in YouTube. You can make good money. It is just hard to get in it, which is why a lot of people don't do YouTube full time and try to be YouTube content creators, because there is so much involved in making a video. It is time consuming, y'all. But in the end, if your channel actually takes off and people like your channel, I honestly believe it'll be worth it in the end. But it is hard to grow a channel. I mean, it has to be, things just have to line up right for it to do it. Now, a thing that'll help is if people engage in your channel, which I wish people would do more on my channels. I need to actually promote that more. The more people hit the like button or even leave comments, that helps trigger the algorithm, because the algorithm says, well, people are engaging in his videos. So the more people comment, the more YouTube are like, well, okay, well, people are leaving comments, so it must be worth somebody watching. So then they'll start promoting your videos in your channel more. So I actually need to start doing this. So that's something you need to do. Promote your channel. Tell people, hey, please comment. Like the videos and comment on my videos. There's a young kid who was trucking for a while. Last I saw, he was getting out of it. Ken V. K-E-N space V. he shot up from like 1,000 subscribers to like, I think like 30-something thousand in like a matter of 3 months. I mean, he just, bam, just took off. But he was always constantly, every one of his videos, I mean, for like 30 seconds, he stressed, hey, I want to have, 1,000 likes by the end of the day. I want to have, 200 comments by the end of the day. Y'all make sure you comment. I mean, he stayed hammered on every single video at the beginning. Comment on my video. Before you even watch my video, comment on my video, like the video, trigger the algorithm. Obviously, that's what works. And it worked for him. So, there's tips and tricks and things that you have to do for YouTube videos to actually become successful. I hope this helps some of you. Like I say, I don't make much personally, but with my Tourette's, I am hard to watch sometimes. I will admit that. I know that. It's hard for me to keep people's attention because of how I am. My ADHD brain and Tourette's, I get sidetracked a lot. I have to circle back. I forget where I'm at sometimes. The ADHD brain just, it's already on the next subject before I even finish what I'm saying. And then I can't find my way back. So I know I'll be honest, I know I'm hard to watch sometimes. But that's why I'm called the Tourette's trucker. My ADHD and Tourette's does make things harder. So I know my channel is going to be harder to grow than others. But you can make a good channel. But you know ahead of time, YouTube, you will have to put time in your channel if you want to grow it. Anyway, y'all, we hope everybody's enjoyed my video. Hopefully you stayed till the end. Make sure y'all hit the like button and comment below. Please comment below in my videos, y'all. We'll see y'all in the next video, y'all. Peace out.